this is Emily from WRPI and ilikewrpi.blogspot.com. Today I've got some more electronic music to tell you about, and that's been added to our station this week. First up, we have one by Jimmy Van M. This album features tracks and remixes from Radio Sleeve, Planet Funk, Uncle, featuring Ian Astbury, and more. The album was first released on CD and digital download on October 15th, 2007. This album really varies a lot, but it definitely has a lot to offer, and it's definitely worthwhile. Next up is a compilation known as BIP. That's BIP with 3 P's, so B-I-P-P-P. And this album has some great French synthwave that even includes one instrumental by Busy P, and Busy P is the guys behind Ed Banger Records and Justice. The album comes with a sweet poster, and that's definitely one of the benefits of spending the money to buy the actual physical CD. So I know the industry has definitely been trying to work on that to make actually having a physical CD worth your time and your money instead of just downloading it. I really like the album art. The design of the CD case is just pretty sweet. It's got some cool stuff that you can't get from just looking at a picture of it. The French lyrics on this album really set it apart from other stuff, and hopefully it'll have you exploring your French language even more, because it's pretty fun and it's got a lot of fun pop synthwave kind of feel to it. So if you're interested in that sort of synth kind of music, then I would definitely recommend it. This album is from 1979 to 85, so consider this just a limited release. And lastly today I've got one that is an artist by the name of Burial from Hyperdub Records, and this guy I believe is gonna totally blow up soon. He is basically this guy he's never given a live show, and only 5 of his friends even know that he makes music, so that's pretty sweet, and I think you're gonna want to check out his new album. It's called Untrue, and I think you're bound to hear it in the club any day now, so yeah, definitely check that out. If you are into dubstep, definitely recommend it. Check out his track Archangel. That's the second track on the album, and it's pretty much gonna steal the show if you are into dubstep and that sort of thing. So I know it's been spinning in some clubs recently, definitely in the Troy area because of Good Jip. They've even featured them on their blog, remixed by 8-Bit. And so that's about it for today. We had not too many albums this week, but hopefully more in the next week. And for more information, you can check out WRPI.org, or you can figure out on the blog, which is ilikewrpi.blogspot.com. And lastly, I just wanted to go over with you the charts from this week that we had promoted to CMJ. And this week we had, coming in at number 1, we had Daft Punk, Alive 2007 off of Virgin Records. Second up, we had Hot Chip with their latest album Made in the Dark. That's off of DFA and Astralworks Records. And third, we had Goldfrapp with A&E, and that's the EP, and that's off of Mute Records. Fourth is Ghostland Observatory, and it's a single that we received, and that's Dancing on My Grave. That's off of Trashy Moped Records, and also that was featured on the Marie Claire issue. That was the February issue, and that's pretty cool. And that album is called Robotique Majestique, which is pretty fun. And number 5, we had the Various Artists compilation, the Last Gang Electro Sampler, and that's the one I've been telling you about that has Chromeo, Antigua, and Crystal Castles, and once again, that's off of Last Gang Records. 6 was Yip Yip, and this is a really fun Dan Deacon kind of sound to it, and it's very 8-bit fun electro sort of thing. And it's called Two Kings of the Same Kingdom, and that's off of SAF. Number 7, we had Supreme Beings of Leisure, and the name of that album is 11i. That's off of Ryko Records. Number 8, we had Jimmy Van M with Balance 10.1, and that's the one I was telling you about earlier. That's off of EQ Records. Number 9, we had Take with Plus Ultra, and that's off of Inner Current. And lastly, number 10 was Disco Not Disco, and that's a Various Artists compilation of post-punk, electro, and left field strut disco classics from 1974 to 1986. So I'll see you next week, and don't forget that you can hear all of this music on WRPI on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. for my show called Pinky Swear, and you can stream us online at WRPI.org. See you next week.